Are we gonna hit the intro?
No. Fuck you. We don't like you. Why are you here?
You're in the middle of a conversation.
You walked to my house before. No one even invited you in.
Disrespectful piece of shit.
We know he's not a vampire now. He just walked in the house. He wasn't invited.
You know what's funny about that? I
What?
do stand outside people's doors and have them invite me and then say I'm a vampire. I do that. Usually. All right, go for it.
All right, let's.
Welcome back to the Reality Reject.
I didn't like
I'm
that one.
Brandon.
I'm Jacob.
We did it in not order. Not
What?
the correct. We didn't do it in the right order.
Should I go first?
Yeah, usually you go first.
Does that make you feel better?
Yes, that makes me feel better.
Brandon, does that make you? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, because he says it first, because he goes right into it with the flow of.
I do have a good flow.
I thought I had a good flow right there.
No, you did. No, I
Yeah,
don't.
you did, but I just did. I don't know. It's different. I don't like change.
I'm sorry. Do you want to take away Brandon's introduction? Do you want me to take over instead?
Maybe it's just a thing I want to take away from Brandon.
Brandon.
You just don't want me happy, huh?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay, go ahead, Jacob.
What do the fans want? Leave a comment on who you think will do the best intro.
Well,
you know.
Donadio
Donadio
didn't even say
really
his
do
name.
intro.
No, I don't.
You didn't even say your name.
Do you want to say your name, Donadio?
I'm the other one.
Welcome back to the Reality Rejects. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the fact that weed is now legal in America.
Before that, let's talk about each other's weekends.
I take it all back. I didn't mention anything about what happened in America. Well, how was your weekend?
Well, so it was good. On Sunday, I got a text early in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning.
No, you got it at like.
12 o'clock.
No,
midnight.
you got it. Oh yeah, midnight.
Oh,
Yeah, probably
I was
like
thinking afternoon, like the start of a day. Sorry.
12 in the morning? 12 in the
More
morning?
like one.
But
But it doesn't matter. That's not
Okay, I got a text message
In the
early
AM.
in the AM, and I woke up Sunday morning. It's from our good friend Donadio. He was saying,
this one?
I know that guy.
Whoa.
he was like, dude, I have great news. You better, wait, can I say word for
Is
word?
he pulling out
You want me to do
receipts?
it? Here,
Yeah,
I got
pull out the receipts. You finish your story. You keep going. Then I'll pull out the receipts.
No, I have it.
Okay, he's already got them.
it. No, I
Both
got
of
it, but
you
I'm
need to-
already there.
No, he's already there.
I'm already here.
There's a Tinder.
Yeah.
Do you guys send each other Tinder things?
Yeah, we do.
Do you
all the time.
really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah.
You guys send each other
Okay.
girls that you
So-
match with? What? Sorry, I'm like looking at their text.
Well, no, we send each other girls that we think would be good for each other.
Oh, that's real. That's pretty cool. All right, so go on.
Okay, so pretty much what happened was, you know what? Let me start from my side of the story
Okay,
to make it
okay.
make more
Get
sense.
fucked, Brandon.
So I matched with this girl on Tinder. I messaged her on Snap or whatever, and then it's just like, oh, blah 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 blah, it's just small talk, whatever. And then I was like, we ended up. She's like, oh, we should hang sometime. I'm like, yeah. When are you free? And then she's like, Friday. And I'm like, oh, anything specific that is an ideal first date for you? And she's like, Dave and Buster's. I'm like, all right, word. And then she's like, can I bring a friend though? She's single too. And I was like, only if I can.
Oh.
And then so I texted Brandon because Brandon texted me before that. He's like, because he got a bot texting him, and he's like, damn.
The bot that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, damn, she want to have fun on Snap.
She do.
I'm just gonna be alone.
Oh, it is a bot. Okay.
And then I'm like,
Find her.
and then I said, yo, this girl is saying she wants to hang. I just got a date. Bro, I just scored us a double date. If you can free yourself Friday at 6:30. And then I'm like, wait, there wasn't much here. Wow, we didn't say much.
Well, no,
And I'm like,
the next
you better
day
call me as soon as you wake up tomorrow, which you didn't.
You
and
called
he's
me.
like, what? Who is she? How? What the friend look like?
What the friend look like?
I'll make sure I'm free.
So you guys are going on a double date
Yes.
I think.
on Friday. That was the news you wanted to tell me?
Well, the thing is, as long as I don't fumble the bag, because I'm technically holding this up for both of us right now.
Because I haven't talked to the girl. I don't even know what her name is. I don't
Neither
know.
do I.
Know nothing about her. So bro, this is a blind date for me, really.
Does she know what Brandon looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This girl knows what me and him look like.
Together.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of Brandon on your Tinder?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just sent a picture.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's exciting.
I was like, wow, Jacob never did anything like this for me. He hooked me up with anyone. Ooh. Ever.
Ooh, I mean,
you're my best friend. You're supposed to be my wingman. Donadio was a wingman.
You know, and I just don't usually.
No, because when you get two friends, you're like, both are mine. No sharing.
So that's what I was gonna say. I usually don't get the overflow to share.
Yes, you do. You have like 5 girls you're talking to right now. I don't give a fuck. You have 5 girls and you're all greedy. You're greedy.
Wait,
not greedy. I just they're my we're pals.
He's kind of got you there.
I got no excuse. I got no excuse.
All of them.
See, the first thing my mind went to when
I don't want to share.
The first thing my mind went to when she said that is like, I'm like, Brandon's lonely. I mean, so am I, but like.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I hope you guys.
You are too.
No,
oh, why you're laughing?
The funny thing
is,
you
do say you're lonely.
I never say I'm lonely.
Yes, you do.
I don't sit there and go, I'm so lonely.
I
am so lonely. I'm not lonely. No, I'm picky. I'm not picky.
No, you're not. I was gonna say
that's the wrong word. I'm not picky. It's just I'm not lonely. I just don't know where I want to spend my time. That's the problem. I'm never lonely. In fact, I don't think I'm ever lonely. It's the fact that I'm never alone. That's the issue.
You know what it is? You don't know what you want to nibble on first.
I don't know what to eat.
That's the thing.
That wasn't a fist bump.
I saw it. I was like, just in case, because you looked at me, you're like.
No, I hope this goes well for you guys.
Well, what I'm expecting to happen is that Brandon walks out of there with both of them, and then I'm just going to be like sitting there like, I knew I shouldn't have brought him on this.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You wouldn't do that to you, would you?
But here's the thing.
What
if we you're with the one girl, I'm with the other girl, and I'm like, this seems more like Donadio, and you're like, this girl seems more like. We could switch off, bro. Could always switch off.
You guys have to communicate that.
Tag me in.
Tag me in. Put me in, coach.
So you guys are going to Dave & Buster's on a double date.
Yep.
Do they know it's a double date?
Yeah.
Are you guys like bringing? Wait a second. She wanted to bring her friend to a date with you.
Well, at first I think I was supposed to compete for the both of them. Or
they wanted
both of them. They
or
wanted
like
the threesome action or something like that. But
they don't know that Donadio don't fuck.
Man,
they don't know.
So I was like, Brandon, if they want that, you can take them both. Like it's.
You would do that for
me? Yeah.
Dude, Jacob would never.
Well, yeah, because Jacob would take it.
Jacob would be like, my bitch, move!
Oh, shit.
I've also never been to Dave & Buster's.
You never been, really?
No, so I'm kind of excited.
It's just kind of like Chuck E. Cheese with alcohol.
I understand.
It's cool. It's okay.
It's like gambling for teens.
I really don't get that vibe, though. I don't see, like where's the gambling stuff?
You spend money to get credits, which gives you money to buy things.
Isn't that just like Funplex, Dave & Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese, and it's all of them. It's any of them.
Chuck E. Cheese is gambling for kids. Dave & Buster's is gambling for teens, and then
no, I think Funplex is for teens.
I love Funplex. But Chuck E. Cheese and Funplex Chuck E. Cheese and Dave & Buster's are like universally known. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Funplex is a chain. I think it's just in
Jersey.
East Hanover?
Somewhere.
I think it's just East Hanover. I've never seen another Funplex before.
There's a Funplex in East Hanover? Oh yeah.
That's the one we go to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back. I have all those. I have like how many points do we have? Remember when I spent like $200 in the fucking Wizard of Oz game?
Did you?
I spent like a lot of money.
On your birthday?
Yeah, I think it was like $130. I spent on that one game. We were talking about that because I can't go to Vegas because I don't have any money. But it's probably because I keep playing probably because I played the Wizard of Oz game. But when I went to Dave & Buster's, I also spent like $40 on the Wizard of Oz game.
Oh, yeah, I'm expecting to put money down on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's a double date, you got to bring at least $100.
I got to pay for her.
Yeah, wait. We
don't
didn't
have to pay for her, but you need to play games with her.
Wait, we're paying, right? Did we decide that?
I think it's respectful, right?
Chivalry is dead.
Well, how much are you doing? Because we got to agree on the same
I don't know how much is...
Well, it's either like we're going to do 50 or 100.
100 each?
Yeah.
No. Am I guaranteed a second date? No, you get 50. Yeah, you get 50.
Shut up. If you really like her company.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You do 50
So
at first,
bring
and then
$100.
we gather together at the end, and then we're like, do we want to?
Oh my God! You guys get to go to the bathroom as pairs. You know how like
I'll just make up an
girls
excuse.
go with like groups. in the
I'll just
bathroom.
make up an excuse. Brandon can't aim.
Brandon, I need to go pee. Can you hold my dick?
Yeah, no, Brandon can't go pee by himself, so I have to aim it for him, and I just have to.
Are we carpooling?
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Because if one of them wants you to bring them home at the end of the night,
No, I'm serious. Don't.
no,
carpool.
like legitimately.
How would I bring them home?
Well, bring them maybe to their home.
Could
But what if they drive me separately?
Wait,
Well,
as
no,
well?
if they.
what would your
carpool.
parents do if you
They-
brought a girl home?
Wow, they'd be like, "Yay, about time." Oh, why is she here? Why is she here?
They would be pissed.
Hell yeah! What?
If you brought a girl home to hook up with her.
Yeah.
My dad
No-
would have the complete opposite.
No
reaction.
girl
Well,
is
not the
allowed
complete opposite
upstairs.
reaction. He would go to his room. He'd get condoms, and he'd be like, "Here."
Your dad would.
Your
sit,
dad
your
has
dad would sit-
condoms?
for him. His dad would sit at the end of his bed and go,
Yeah.
"There's no way." He would go, "That's not."
No, he'd be like, just in case.
Yeah, that's fair. My aunt and uncle, they don't care.
Mhm.
They're I have to tell them. And I'm pretty sure my room needs to be clean. My room is currently a fucking disaster because I just rearranged everything.
But how about if they're not carpooling?
Well, if they're not carpooling, well then we don't have that problem. But we don't know until we get.
we don't?
there.
Yeah, you won't. You can't cross that bridge until you get to the that.
Better safe than sorry.
Okay. What time?
6:30.
Okay.
Wow, I'm really excited for you guys. I would definitely want an update on this.
I can't wait to say that Brandon pulled them both, and then I've played myself.
I would be really, really proud of you if you pull both of those. Girls.
And then what
Or
about
at
me?
least one. Here's the thing.
Well, yeah.
You need a girl that's gonna cuddle you. And that's it. This really isn't. Dave and Buster's isn't really the place for a cuddle, you know.
Well, no, I also want to have fun.
Yeah, of course.
Not
of
in
course,
the bed,
of course.
but outside the bed.
No, of course,
But
of course.
if they want a threesome, you understand.
I do.
You understand.
I understand.
Dude, you know, if that happens, I have a story for you guys.
Yeah, that's a story from both parts. That I set up a double date, and both of the girls left with Brandon to have a threesome.
Jesus.
Say about hooking your boy up. That would be another level of playing yourself and hooking your boy.
I'll feel so bad, but I'll be thinking about
No,
you.
you would feel so good.
No, I'll be thinking about you. I'll be like, he will want me to do this.
You would want him to do it.
I would want him to.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's for both of us. You know,
He's
I'm
taking one for the
fucking
team.
these girls for both of us.
dude, definitely.
Donadio, this note is for you.
As soon as I nut, I'm like, Donadio.
And then what?
Yeah?
Maybe don't do that.
Oh, yeah, Brandon?
Brandon's gonna call me on the phone.
He covers one of her faces with a picture of you. You know?
No.
Alright, then we're gonna hold up.
Jacob FaceTimes me. I'm like, what's up? What are you doing? What's
my-
that noise?
It's 2. I can't, dude. Good for you, man. If that happens, you would have had that happen before I would have, which is very impressive. So I hope it happens for you, man. I hope that you are ahead of me in some way sexually. You know?
You have 5 of them, dog.
Is it 5? Is that really how many I'm talking to?
Do we count the one?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does not. So anyway, for obviously this episode's going to be coming out later than the time that we're recording it. But 420 was this past Wednesday, and more specifically, the next day was the statewide legalization of marijuana
In New
Jersey, which is a pretty big milestone for Jersey. But also, the reason why I want to talk about it was because of like the kind of like the connotation between alcohol and marijuana.
Okay.
Because like we're getting to a point where society is becoming more like okay with just weed as they see,
It's like how
with
alcohol was, because
Right.
alcohol was illegal and
right, prohibition. Yeah, alcohol was seriously.
This is just a way for the government to get more money from taxes.
You think that's the only reason why they're doing it now?
Oh
They
my
need more
god,
money?
yes, it's for money. Are you kidding me?
You think it's just money?
I think
Yes.
it's 100% just money.
100%.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've
no.
always said that I feel like marijuana should just be taxed, right? Like they make it legal and tax it because that's the only way that the government's going to want to get behind it. I don't really think. I don't know. I mean, obviously that there are really, really, really bad drugs out there that should not be
Definitely.
open. Opioids being just free and shit like or as accessible as like marijuana, alcohol. No, that's bad. Cocaine, stuff like that. But meth. Those are really, really hard, dangerous drugs.
Definitely.
Nah, meth is cool. No.
Yeah, and I guess it's good to destigmatize drug use. However, I guess that the conversation to be had is I feel like all drugs should be decriminalized. Because I feel like we should focus more on reform instead of punishment.
Okay, you know what?
You know what I mean?
Instead of sending them to jail, we like send them to a reform.
Literally, I think that they should be helped, not punished.
Yeah.
I don't want. I mean, like, obviously, we know like heroin is bad.
Maybe if they go.
So that should be illegal.
I think that I think there should be laws in place, but if you're addicted to heroin, you're addicted to heroin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a person that's addicted to heroin should be put in prison.
If they do something
But that's what they
while
do.
they're but if they do something,
Yeah, of course. I mean, your
But the
actions.
same thing
you're
with
at
weed.
the
So
out-
since weed is legal now in Jersey, are they going to take everyone out of jail
they should.
that got caught from like
Which
drug dealing or whatever?
It's so upsetting. I don't actually know what the move is. I've heard like rumors and stuff that like people that are in prison for the use of marijuana or the sale of marijuana are going to get released, and I don't know how long that process is going to take, but like it's really, really disappointing because a lot of people's lives have been ruined for something as dumb as smoking a joint. And now it's just like, oh, well, we can make money off this, so we're just going to, I guess, send them back out into society, even though we took 60 years or 40 years from these people.
Not 40, probably like 2
Sure,
or so.
it could even worse. I mean, it could be higher. I mean, there are people's life sentences because they just had so much weed on them.
Well,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
really.
Well,
Sure.
drug dealing.
Drug dealing, yeah. The charges are different from drug use to drug dealing.
Wow.
I know that, like, if you get caught with a certain amount of marijuana, you will be considered a dealer even if you're not dealing.
Really.
And those charges are like seriously severe. Not anymore in Jersey. I don't know what. I know that it was first decriminalized during Biden's last election. Not this.
When
I think the previous year, right? 2020.
2020.
2020 is when it first became decriminalized.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, it's legal." And it wasn't quite. I mean, obviously it wasn't because New Jersey was literally just like last week on 4-21. You can now legally buy marijuana if you're over the age of 21. I don't know what they're going to do with the criminals. Or not the criminals, the
I hope
people
they
that were
set them
convicted.
free.
I hope that they do get freed.
Kill them all.
I hope that they do. I hope that they do get released. But
Especially because they didn't do anything. They didn't touch a child. They didn't kill someone. They didn't do anything.
there's recreational.
Yeah, you put someone who had the possession of weed in a cell with someone who touched a child.
Well, I feel like there's a big stigma over marijuana for a lot of people because it's interesting because I have conversations with people who are like, literally drinking in front of me, and they're like, yeah, you're a bad person if you smoke weed.
Which, isn't it worse to drink?
Right. Which is my argument, is like scientifically, you just look at how much more damaging alcohol is to someone's body compared to marijuana, and then a lot of people don't like to have that conversation, though. I think it's really just because of how people were brought up and where society kind of sees that.
Exactly.
Right? Like, society has just kind of created this idea, and people follow it or people don't. Some people hate alcohol as well. Some people hate all substance abuse.
Yep. You
You don't drink, obviously. Well, you guys are underage. You guys don't.
Yeah.
I hate alcohol. I mean, not to say that socially I don't drink, but also like Otherwise, I'm sitting there where everyone else is getting intoxicated and I'm bored. It's never worth. Alcohol is just never worth it. It's never worth. My problem with alcohol is it punishes you to drink it. Mm-hmm. You have to keep drinking it in order to feel its effects. And
it's expensive.
Sure, it can be really expensive, and it just sucks. Mm-hmm. You get a stomach ache, it burns,
headache.
You get a headache, you get hangover. It literally is poisoning you in order to get this okay effect, an effect that makes it so now you no longer can walk, you can no longer function, you can barely talk. It literally inebriates you to a point where you can barely function. I'm in college. I see it all the time. I see people fall over, hit their heads, hurt themselves. And then there's the other side of it where marijuana, which is pretty much like people either you see it as drastically worse or on the same page as alcohol. Whereas with marijuana, you can smoke 100 joints and still be fine. You know, you can still walk. You can still socialize. You might say stupid things and you might be bubbly and dumb, but you're nowhere near to. The next morning, you're gonna wake up fine. You know what I mean?
Unless you did too much.
Not even.
Wait, really? What if you took like 10 edibles?
So that's a great question. I have a really great story for you guys. Do you want to hear the story?
No.
Finish what you were saying first.
What was I saying? You were saying
you won't wake up with like a.
Oh, you won't wake up with a hangover. It's not. It doesn't. Weed doesn't do that. You're not gonna. There's no withdrawal symptoms. From like doing it occasionally.
Okay.
You can become emotionally addicted to it. My mom has been, I don't think since being alive she's taken more than a week off of smoking weed in her entire life.
Really?
My mom's been smoking since she was little.
Wow.
Yeah. I grew up with marijuana everywhere around me. So I've always been kind of more like familiar with marijuana. Not to get like too into like my past, but like my dad was a heavy drinker, my mom was a heavy smoker, and I had a much poorer relationship with my dad. So my feelings on alcohol is you get drunk, you get violent, it's more problematic.
Now let me ask you this: so alcohol is addicting,
yeah,
right? Anything is addicting.
Anything
right?
can be addicting, I think. Yeah.
So would you say weed is addicting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that people don't want to say that. I think that people don't want to admit that marijuana can be addicting.
I'm so passionate about that.
I think that people, myself included, for a really long time was like, there is no addictive property to marijuana. I don't necessarily find that to be the case anymore, especially being someone who, has smoked and, and you get urges especially if you do it frequently. And for someone like me who has an addictive personality and has grown up around weed and used to smoke weed when I was when I was little, as a kid, and now being an adult and having it more access and being on a college campus and having it just be everywhere, it's really hard, especially because you kind of want to smoke weed. You feel good when you smoke weed. You don't really, there's no negative repercussions from smoking weed besides someone else being like, hey, you're not allowed to do that, and get you in trouble. Like, from doing it, as far as your body is concerned, there's no real damaging effect. Obviously, smoking anything can be damaging to your lungs.
You're not supposed to have certain things in your body.
Right.
We could agree on that, right?
Absolutely.
Like, you're not supposed to have, like, alcohol. Like, after, like, all right, I'm not trying to get too deep in my personal life, but my grandfather died from alcoholism.
Poisoning?
Yes.
Alcoholism or alcohol poisoning?
He was an alcoholic.
Okay.
For his whole life since he was, like, 15.
Okay.
He died at 60.
Wow.
And to the point that when he was dying, his liver was black. His piss was blacker than this. Blacker than this.
Is that possible?
It's like tar.
Because his liver gave up. His liver gave up.
He died from liver failure or liver cancer? Or
liver failure.
Yeah, okay, wow.
Because from alcohol.
Yeah.
And the doctor told him in the 90s to chill. And he died in 2014.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. What is that?
That's actually what it looks like.
Black urine to crystal wow. What is it? What's that word?
That's how it was.
Crystal intoxication. Jesus.
That's how it was.
That looks like like
meconium. God.
So he maybe from when he was in the hospital and I saw that, like, because like I saw like a picture. I was
Yeah.
like, the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Because they were testing his urine, and I saw that. And we left. I was like,
fuck that.
he's no. I was like, he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
He's gonna die. And God rest his soul. But he 3 weeks later, he died.
Yeah.
So like we already knew,
Sure.
and he knew too, and he kind of gave his last goodbyes and shit. But yeah, like I see that as with alcohol and what alcohol could do with a person.
Yeah.
And especially for me, that's why I'm not like intrigued with alcohol.
Yeah, it's
because
the
like
worst.
I see that, and like I know people like like friends, parents, and coworkers of mine, and friends like that, like are really addicting. Like we knew someone from high school that
We did.
like
Yes.
it's a
He's
big,
a heavy drinker.
drinker.
And he was younger than us. Or he was, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
younger than me.
you.
He was younger than me. Yes.
But and he was alcoholic as a sophomore.
You know what's so funny? I saw him at a bar.
You told me.
I did tell you this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he hasn't stopped.
No,
He was still drinking very heavily at the bar.
he's a bartender.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I don't keep up with his life at all. I don't even think I follow him on Instagram. Yeah, he was an alcoholic in high school. Yeah, alcoholism is bad.
So-
Alcoholism it ruins life. My aunt's father was a heavy drinker. My dad is a heavy drinker. I have a lot of family who are heavy drinkers, but I'm not super close to a large part of my family. So, but yeah, you hear these horror stories about people that just kind of fall into
And like drinking and
alcoholism.
driving too, like you
So dangerous.
So especially on like these like New Year's, Christmas, like those days that are like kind of
Always
drinking,
drunk drivers.
always drunk driving. Even like at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, like
Yeah.
there's drunk drivers and people lose their life. Like I know a bunch of people that lost their life from drinking and driving.
Right.
They weren't drinking, but someone was drinking. They hit them, and the drunk driver, is still alive.
Right.
Like that's the
Right.
crazy
Well,
part.
my aunt's close friend was hit by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
And it was. I mean, it really fucked her up. And the driver got, I think, jail time. Obviously you need to be held accountable. So, which is interesting because knowing all of this, knowing how easily addictive alcohol is, knowing how damaging it is to people's lives and your bodies, and I mean, there are millions and millions of stories that you hear about every day.
I think everyone knows someone. Yep.
Who does not handle themselves when they're drunk, but also can't handle themselves sober, so they use that as an escape.
Well, people that like smoke. I'm not gonna put everyone in category.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying what I see and what I heard. People drink and people smoke to get away from their problems.
Yeah.
And like, and end of the day, when you get sobered up, the problem's still there, right?
Right.
So like, and like with you, and like,
Yeah.
you could tell me to stop or cut anything
no,
you don't.
go.
But with you, like when you were going through some shit
Yeah.
with your personal life,
Mm-hmm.
you were hitting the bottle, correct?
Drinking?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. You don't what? With I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. Go.
Like
The name
with
we
Bella?
do not speak of.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember one day.
No, because you were like, we were doing a podcast.
Okay.
You're like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna drink this whole bottle, and you showed us this bottle.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. If it was very short.
No, it was like for 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's possible. I don't. I don't remember this 2 weeks.
Yikes. Oh, God.
That was a really, really, really hard time for me.
But yeah, like you did that, and like clearly he doesn't remember. So maybe it worked.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it did.
But
not.
your problems were still there in the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Well, I think what's really interesting, not even talking about substances, like let's talk about cigarettes for a second. And I think at the point I can bring it back. What's interesting about smoking, the difference between smoking and drinking, is that you can smoke
Cigarettes?
and work.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, smoke and
Cigarettes.
still work. I'm talking smoking.
What kind of smoking? Cigarettes? Because you say you.
I mentioned cigarettes because I think that's what why nicotine is so nicotine is easily the most addictive drug in the world.
Yeah.
And damaging too, not like heroin addiction, but
Cancer.
you can pretty much do whatever you need to do and smoke. Whereas, like, with alcohol,
With
smoke
weed.
cigarettes. All right, I'll stick to cigarettes.
You're getting confused.
No, because I do
I'm
also
following.
I do kind of also mean weed.
Okay.
I do.
But
kind
they're
of
not
also
gonna
mean weed.
have people smoke weed
No, they're not.
because like
Well, no, they can't because the weed impairs you a little bit. So
Right.
like it's they don't
Yeah.
want you being impaired.
It's more of like if I were to sit down and edit an episode, if I was gonna edit like a vlog or something, if I was a cigarette smoker, I could smoke a cigarette and edit.
yeah.
If I was, having a long day and I had to edit and I wanted to smoke weed, I could smoke weed and edit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't drink heavily and edit.
No.
You can't really operate anything and drink alcohol.
No.
Not even safely.
Well, you could have like a beer or whatever, and like
Yeah.
chill. Or like wine or whatever.
Yeah, that's not heavy drink. Yeah, you're right. You like wine.
But for like, because I feel like wine could fuck people up.
Yeah, wine could. Wine will fuck you up.
Like, but when people have usually a glass of wine, you just chill, mellow, watch it, whatever. But like, you're not gonna take a shot of fucking vodka or Red Bull, not Red Bull, fucking Fireball, and edit. Be like, oh, I'm gonna edit this shit and focus. No, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna get fucked up, and you wanna get fucked up and just lay down,
and just clock out, right? Yeah, you can't. So I feel like that's another interesting thing. Just about like the difference is just you have to set aside to drink. Mm-hmm. Whereas with smoking, you really don't. You can do a lot more things safely. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you are impaired. It's never safe to operate a vehicle or heavy machinery under any substance abuse. However, knowing what I know with substances, if I had a stoner, if I had a stoner and an alcoholic working in like a construction site, and one shows up absolutely drunk, and another one shows up after just smoking a joint, I would send the guy who is shit-faced drunk home way before the guy who smoked a joint. The guy that smoked a joint will 100% be able to do his job. But like also too, like,
I feel like
with I still would send them both home.
Yeah, well, of course. Don't show up to your job intoxicated.
But like also too, like with people that kind of like mix up, like so like on Saturday I was working, and when I was driving to one of my jobs, I saw a group with signs saying honk if you agree. I'm like, I want to honk.
I want to honk. I want to honk my horn.
Wait, you don't know what it was about?
Wait, I didn't honk my horn yet because I saw multiple
I was
people.
Gonna say, what if it's like honk if you support racism?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first thing that popped up.
Wait.
So I saw multiple people with signs, and they were like, honk if you don't agree, like say no to pot, this and that. I was like, whatever, bro. Like whatever people do. Like I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't. And
you're not straight edge. You just don't, right? Straight edge is like a movement. It's like a we don't participate in drinking alcohol.
No, I don't care about really alcohol. Like I'm sure, like when I'm 21, I'll drink here and there. Yeah. But like I won't be like, oh, on Friday night,
can't wait to get fucked up.
Yeah, but weed, I don't want to do that shit at all, ever.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's personal, whatever. But if you want to fucking smoke a weed, you want to smoke and drink, do you, bro? Have fun. I don't give a fuck.
What's wrong, Donadio?
Going. It's just
okay.
But so I don't know what I was going with. But no, people that smoke weed, like people.
Well, you know people like at your. Am I allowed to talk about your job?
Well, don't say the company's name or
don't
say people that smoke.
What? I was gonna say, like you have worked with people who have smoked on the job. Don't go there.
No.
Okay.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Okay, cutting that out.
But like I know people that do smoke weed, and like Snoop Dogg, perfect example. We all love Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da.
It's some motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg.
I love Snoop Dogg, and like he's probably the biggest artist that smokes weed, right?
Seth Rogen and all them, yeah.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg is known for that shit. But he's very productive. He's very wealthy, and he's very a smart businessman. What he does. So like people that say, oh, people that smoke weed is this and that, or they can't work, they can't educate, they can't. be successful. This is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit because
true.
there's a lot of famous people and that are fucking smoke weed and they're successful in what they do.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. I'm also a big, like, as someone who does like film and stuff and it works in a very creative field. There's a big difference where I know people who will smoke and then produce these incredible ideas or these incredible things. People make unbelievable art and creations when dabbling in marijuana, whereas like when you drink, you're not gonna be drawing, you're not gonna be writing, you're not like you cannot
no, but if
you can't down like you can't take like 4 shots of vodka and then write Hamlet. You can't really write a movie shit-faced, whereas you can smoke a joint and write a whole you guys are holding.
Keep going.
I'm sorry, this is a little interesting. You guys are holding hands, but no,
Hamlet?
I don't think I will.
Something about Hamlet?
Yeah, I was talking about like you could. I'm saying someone who smokes weed would be able to write way more than someone that's drinking. I'm just saying, as far as like a creative field, I know that there are. Uses.
I know fucking alcohol people that drink like heavily, like my grandfather.
Yeah.
He was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Man, he drives better than he was sober. Swear to God.
Hey, wait, what?
He was such a big alcoholic that even when he was drunk, he functioned very well. He cooks, he drives, he worked.
Yeah.
Like he was never not.
He would drive while drunk?
Yes.
I know a lot of people who like don't. I know people that don't like function when not intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying it's okay.
Yes, you are.
I'm not at all. I don't condone drinking and driving at all.
No.
But like I know people that do.
Yeah.
And they're fine. I think it's just a different lifestyle though. You know what I mean? Like it's just not a world that I could understand. Because that's insane. That's unbelievably dangerous, especially because like if you hit someone,
it's like how Donadio doesn't beat his meat, dude. I would never understand that.
It's just a different way of living, different way of existing in life. I feel like there's more uses for marijuana compared to alcohol. Like I feel like alcohol is very much an escapism. So going back to what you were talking about before,
I feel like they're both an escape, but one.
I think that
Definitely.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think that there are uses. If you put your mind to something saying, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to get high, I'm going to do this thing, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Whereas if you're like, I'm going to go...
I'm not saying they're on equal levels.
Yeah. You're right. I think that there is both a sense. People smoke, people drink, and I think that there are much more uses out of smoking than there are drinking. I think that it's just less damaging for you. It's not going to kill you as alcohol will. Not to say that it can't also lend to killing you. Now, what you were asking me before, Donadio, about like getting sick, having a hangover the next day, I have a really funny story for you.
Okay.
Really funny story for you. So, I used to prefer when I was smoking, I was much more I would prefer edibles over smoking because I don't really like the idea of like the damage it could do to my lungs in the long term, whereas with edibles there's really no downside except for the fact it's like getting on a roller coaster you can't get off of. Mm-hmm. Like I would say that edibles fall into more of the like taking a shot, like drinking alcohol category, where like if you take an edible, you're definitely gonna get dropped. Like it's definitely gonna rock you a little bit more than smoking weed would.
Wait, what's that?
Why is it?
Yeah.
It just does. They're two different highs.
Really?
They're totally different. Yeah. So a funny story is I was hanging out for my friend's birthday party. It was a 3-person birthday party. And
Happy
birthday to my friends. I'm not gonna say their names, but happy birthday, guys. They were like, for our birthday, we want to get high. We don't want to smoke. We want to take edibles. And I was like, okay, that'll be fine, whatever. So we go to the party. We go to the restaurant. Damn, Brandon, you got a fat ass.
Wait, are you going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Can you grab me nail clipper or tweezers, whichever one you see?
What do you see? What do you have on you? A tick?
Oh no, it's a piece of string that
Is that what you've been picking at? You have a piece
Yeah.
of string in you?
yeah, it's like inside it healed
Oh.
into my
What?
yeah, so I want to get it out because
Cool.
it's bothering me.
Cool.
This is the first
Look
time
right
there.
Donadio doesn't
See a
make
little
fun
piece
of
of-
me. Pissing.
Oh, interesting. Okay, anyway.
Brandon, why the fuck are you why didn't you go earlier?
He doesn't.
I did, but I had Prime.
Oh, yes, he was drinking Prime Blue Raspberry. He bought a whole case.
No.
He bought a whole
No, we're not
case.
shouting it out because we're not sponsored.
He bought a whole case.
Mm.
He didn't even. I told him not to, but he bought a whole case because he's. You gonna pee? Or you gonna look at us?
Yeah, go pee.
Go pee, bitch.
Go pee.
I regret it too.
You do
Okay,
regret
yeah,
it. I know
do
you
regret
do.
it because we're not sponsored by them.
So
You donated to,
you know they can't hear
Maybe
you
you
very
could go
well.
to the
Can you go to the bathroom? Get the fuck out of here.
And give me the nail clipper.
So they wanted to take edibles at this party. We went to the party, and one of the guys brought these 2 brownies.
Okay.
He brought these 2 brownies for people to smoke to take edibles in, and then I brought a pack of gummies that I had for a while.
Mhm.
They were just kind of in my room. I haven't been touched for a while, so I brought them, and I knew that mine only had 10 milligrams in each, but we didn't know how much was in the brownies. So, and these people are not. They're not familiar with marijuana. They're not. They just aren't. I grew up with this shit. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to get where this is going.
So everybody at the party takes about. So a few people take my gummies, and everybody takes about a quarter each of the brownie. So everyone takes the brownies and the edibles, whatever. So it kicks in very quickly for some people, and the problem. So what ends up happening is the people that have not really been familiar get very quickly overwhelmed by it. Anna is kind of sent to like the 4th dimension and completely clocks out. Mm-hmm. She gets overwhelmed, she cries, and she just gets wrecked. As for my other friend, well, he has not ever had a great experience with marijuana.
He never has?
Never has.
So why
and
would
not
you
only
do
did
it?
he take my gummy, he also took a quarter of the brownie that we don't know the milligram percentage of yet. Right? They just kind of did. And I didn't say anything because I wasn't really thinking about it. I was like, you guys are adults. If you're going to do it, you know what to do and what not to do, right? It's not my job to know that you guys aren't familiar. And I'm not giving you this brownie. You decide to take that brownie, whatever. So Kate gets up and starts walking around the pool table very fast and is like really overwhelmed. So Anna's having a crisis in the corner, walking around the pool table, and everyone else is having a good time. Everyone's like laughing, ha 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 ha. Anna starts dry heaving. She's trying to throw up. Mm-hmm. It's not happening. She's getting all pale. This poor girl gets wrecked. she gets annihilated. She totally passes out. Right. So we were talking about like.
Why you smile?
We're talking about because he mentioned like what happens if you take 10 edibles. Like, are you not going to wake up sick? So eventually, after walking around the pool table, falls, and we're like, "Yo, you good?" We came from a restaurant beforehand. We got these really big meals. Got chicken and waffles. And the only reason I remember he got chicken and waffles is because the chicken and waffles covered him after he fell. He threw it all up. He threw up everything. What?
Can we go to like a diner after this?
You would like to? No, I'm broke. You didn't.
Oh, I'm broke too.
You
right?
literally didn't come to lunch with us today because you said you were broke.
I want chicken and waffles.
I never had chicken and waffles.
I have a really funny chicken and waffle story about it. I've told you the story.
Anyways,
so he throws up all over himself, which means Anna dry heaves, which causes throw up all over himself, which causes to throw up all over she's a sympathetic vomiter, so she was having a great time, like laughing, enjoying her birthday, to then throwing up inside of our spicy Cheetos, which then causes it was so sad. Those are my favorite.
Dude.
It broke my heart, man. Totally wrecked me. I was like, no, the spicy Cheetos. And which causes our other friend Lexi, who was also doing stuff, to run into the bathroom because she was also a sympathetic vomiter.
Are you sympathetic?
No, I've never.
You never threw up?
I only my 21st birthday. This is the only time. I came really close a few days ago, just because I woke up not feeling so well from a college party, but nothing happened. So these people are throwing up all over himself. I'm trying to clean up. Poor guy is just like this, just out. He's out for the rest of the night. At one point, he wakes up, and I stay up really late. I actually ended up buying the Speed Racer movie.
Yeah.
I bought it and watched the entire film that night because everyone passed out. Mm-hmm. Everyone fell asleep.
You were the only one used to. You're the only one
right, because I'm literally. Well, I knew that if they were gonna have the 10 milligram gummy, that they were probably just gonna fall asleep after a few hours. But nobody talked about the brownie. I didn't even think about the brownie. And then in the morning, Lexi Googled the Instagram that got the brownie from, and they had 200 milligrams each.
Each brownie did?
Each brownie itself had 200
milligrams.
milligrams.
How much are you supposed to usually take?
So a standard, a regular trip of weed would be 10 to 5 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
20 if you are looking to get really high, and then 100 if you're looking to get your shit rocked.
200?
100.
Now how about 200?
Yeah. It'll make you'll be gone. You'll probably see you'll smell colors. It's great.
It's great. It doesn't
I don't
sound
think smelling colors
is normal. You don't think so? I've always wanted to smell what blue really smelled like.
I already know what blue smells like.
Okay.
Blue raspberry.
That's what I think, but I don't know. So anyway, we found out that it was 200 milligrams each, which means that these people who have never...
No, I really had a joke that I could have said there.
I smell like Dr.
Can I
Squatch.
say it?
Donadio, you always have permission. It's not us that'll judge you.
It's not our friends.
It is the audiences of people. So, but do you want to say the joke?
Kind of.
Is it worth it?
I was just gonna say coconut oil.
It's true. I do use coconut oil over my on my face. It rehydrates. It got rid of my acne in high school. I love coconut oil. I use the same one. You didn't know that?
I have cocoa butter.
No, coconut oil got rid of my acne.
Really?
Yeah, did it dead ass. I just rub it into my face, and then I wipe it all off, all the excess. It's great.
Yo, cocoa butter on my hands.
Coconut oil is a godsend. We have soft hands. Were you breastfed?
No.
You weren't.
No.
Really?
What, dude?
It's gotta be the canola oil then.
No, cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter. Sorry.
I have cocoa
topic?
butter.
Okay.
Yo, every time I
what happened to the
Can
people?
I feel your hands really quickly?
They're very clammy.
Can I feel your skin?
After I take a shower, I put cocoa butter.
No.
Were you breastfed?
I was fed.
Okay, fair enough. Feel my skin.
No, you have soft skin.
very
No,
soft
I do too. Every time I took after this, I'm
so
hairy.
glad for the people who are listening to
Sorry,
this right now.
totally
we're
off
in the middle
topic
of a
from what we were
story.
just. I'm just appreciating the fact that you guys have good skin. All right. I'm just acknowledging that. I want you guys to know that you.
I worked hard for the skin.
Thank you. Now
Anyway,
continue the story.
The end of the story essentially comes is that these people who are not, not used to being high, had about 50 milligrams each.
Okay.
And some people had 70 because they also took my gummy and didn't measure out the brownie. So between most people, they had about between 70 and 50 milligrams on their first time ever getting.
So
high.
what I'm hearing from the story is you can't function from weed.
Not if you're getting. I mean, you can't smoke that though. You can't smoke as much as you can ingest.
I mean, you could.
You can't.
You just.
But it's just not possible. So you can green out. That's absolutely possible. By the time they woke up, they were still high. Yeah, taking that much will probably keep you consistently buzzed for 12 hours.
Damn.
Oh.
And these guys, so they woke up still unsure what was real.
Damn.
Wow, what if they had a waking nightmare that night?
So,
that would be terrifying.
What's really interesting is that because of how much, again, some of them weren't used to it. It kept them in this weird state for a few days. Past that.
So yeah, there is an after effect. There can be.
But also that is so much. Yeah. You know what I mean? That is so much marijuana.
It's
you
the same
can't
thing with
smoke that
alcohol.
much.
You don't always feel bad, but You're more you are much more likely. Don't get me wrong. You're much more likely.
No,
but the more you do, the more.
Taking that much weed is like taking 14 shots.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
It's drastically different effects from being drunk and being high, but like that's the equivalent. Like you're gonna throw up if you take 14 shots.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 14 shots will actually kill you.
You have 14 shots?
I have. I did not throw up though. That was New Year's.
No,
We tallied it.
The day when you were at Applebee's and I was.
Oh, how many did we have? No, I thought we had 9 because. Oh no, it's April. So wait, when was that? When did we do that? When did we go to Applebee's?
Like
June?
No,
it was before that. I thought it was
December.
December.
No,
It
November.
was
Because I still have my beard.
So December, January, February, March, April. I thought it was 6.
May.
Was it not 6?
I thought we had 10.
December, January, February, March, April.
I thought you had 10.
So we had this thing where what was the whole thing with the shots? It's okay.
If you don't get with this one person,
Yeah.
you have to take a shot each month.
Each month, moving past that. Do I still have to take a shot? I do? Please. Anyway.
Wait. What?
Wait a minute.
For which person?
We'll
the
talk.
one we do not speak of, or someone else?
So the moral of the story is that you can take too much, of course, and that's what happens if you do. You can green out, which is just not a good time. I've never greened out before. It's never happened to me.
Understood.
It's never happened to me. But yeah, you have to. Yeah, but I think that's with anything. You know, I feel like you can get sick off of having too much of anything.
Candy.
Sure.
See, I haven't gotten really to share my opinion on all
I
this.
have
I
not.
kind of been quiet.
Yeah,
because
I
you guys have
Say
been,
your opinion.
You guys have had conversations.
Well, we also have a lot of experiences with like people around us and just other stuff.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I do have experiences with people around us. All of them almost being negative, pretty much. Which is why I don't really like that stuff. Like not weed, more alcohol that I'm not a fan of because just around me my whole life I've seen people get just influenced by alcohol.
Sure.
Like one of the saddest things that's happened is one of my brother's friends who like was like a brother to me. Like all my brother's friends are like my older brothers. Pretty
The
much.
one from Knowles, right?
Yeah, the one from Knowles. He ended up getting killed because of an incident with alcohol. He was what it's believed to be is it was a frat thing. And,
we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to say the name, but
That was bad.
Yeah, that was
that was bad.
So it was believed to be a frat thing where they got him drunk and then they dropped him
hazed
off in the
him.
middle. Yeah, they dropped him off in the middle of nowhere, which is a reason I also don't like frats because they're just fucking.
Because they're fucking cult.
Yeah, it's literally just like hurting people, like especially at first, like the hazing phase, like that's the
crazy.
dumbest thing.
That was
like,
devastating.
Like at our high school, like that next day when he we found out, it was just a cloud.
Dude,
it was a bad
You know
loss.
how
It was a
that
really bad
that
loss.
happened on my grandma's birthday.
Did
I
it?
remember my brother calling us crying. Like, and my brother doesn't like cry at all.
About like a week or two prior, I was shooting a short film with him.
No way.
I had the last footage of him of him being alive.
Could you actually send me that?
I don't have access to it. I gave it to the director, because I wasn't really that close with him. I was just making a movie with him.
Yeah.
And he was great. He was so fun to have on set. And of course I had class with him because we both did TV production.
Yeah.
That was a really, really bad loss for our community.
Yeah, so, it was believed to be a hazing thing. They dropped him off at a train station, or it's believed.
No, he did.
He ended up at a train station,
Yeah.
pretty much, and he was texting people at, like, 2 a.m. He's like, hey, I don't know where I am. Can someone come pick me up? I'm lost. And then, like, what ended up happening is no one heard from him for, like, another hour, and then people were texting him at, like, 3 a.m. They're like, hey, like, you okay? Like, where are you? Nothing. And then it ended up finding out that he fell onto the tracks, hurt his leg, and got hit by the train. Which is, he couldn't do anything about it because, like, he was intoxicated. These people, like, and people did that to him, which is the most fucked up part.
Yeah.
Or, well, so it's believed. But, like, it's just, that's part of the reason I don't like this stuff. Not
Did that frat get investigated?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Still,
I don't know
it's
the
still
outcome.
not known because no one has talked on it. Not
No
a
one
single
snitched.
person has talked on it.
No one snitched.
which this is something that you should.
We're pretty sure that it was a hazing event.
Yeah, like
it seems it was pretty clear that it had something to do with hazing.
Yeah, that's just like a devastating thing. Another reason why like I just I would never personally do it because I actually have a very addictive personality. I'm so addicted to sugar, it's insane. And it's a bad thing because diabetes runs in my family, which is not a good thing. So
no, it would not be.
So me being addicted to sugar is I got to get better with it because
you guys do have addicting personality.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it comes with the ADHD.
Yeah.
I think it comes with our ADHD. I mean, it runs in my family too. Yeah. My mom's, again, like I mentioned, my mom has always smoked weed. My grandparents have been addicted to things.
I don't think I've ever been addicted to anything. Working out runs
in the family,
but like
no, that's not an addiction.
It can be.
You can literally stop anytime.
No,
no, you. I mean, for you.
No, okay.
For you, you can stop anytime you want. You didn't go yesterday.
Yeah, I was exhausted yesterday.
Yeah, it was a long day, man.
But yeah, no, it's just stuff like that. It's sad what it could do to people. And then my brother, like every weekend, had his friends come over. They were always drinking and stuff. People would just do dumb shit. Stuff would break. People would get hurt. And I would always see this. Like, I mean, of course, like when I was younger, I would be like, no, you guys gotta stop. You gotta stop. And then when I got older, I'm just like, it's their lives. They can do what they want. I understand now. But it's just I've never been like a big fan of it because I see what it does to people. I see how it hurts people. Alcoholism also runs in my family, and I see like the effects that it's had on people and like how negative it can impact and like just how people's lives can spiral out of control from like, things like alcohol and stuff like that. And yeah, that's just why I've never ever wanted to personally try it. Like even when I'm 21, I'm still not going to drink, which my brother's like, no, you got to try it when you're 21. You're 21.
Well, but I feel like you saying that brings us back to the whole thing about addiction and the decriminalization of like drug use. People that get addicted to these drugs shouldn't be punished for them. They should be rehabbed. They should be healed, not punished.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that as a society we are moving in that direction. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still states. I know that I think they said on a federal level they are trying to legalize marijuana. I know good luck. We'll see if that actually happens. Yeah. I think it should. I really, really hope that it does happen because it's going to free up jails. It's going to, heal a lot of communities.
But also too, like I know, like I know a lot of people that like have pain issues.
Yeah.
And they smoke weed and like they have like the card or whatever, and like I don't think the card matters now. No, well it does because they could drive high or whatever. But yeah, so like I know people that do it and it helps them. Like they're like one person I know has cancer and they smoke weed because just makes them feel better.
You gonna arrest the cancer patient? You're going to jail for smoking weed.
Like exactly. So
yeah, I think it should be criminal. Like it being criminalized is the dominant criminal.
Well, I don't think it is anymore.
Well, it's just when it was.
Yeah.
But like I don't like the stuff. Like not at all for me. But
I just want to know why it smells like skunk.
Oh yeah, no, that's also another reason I don't like it. I just hate the smell. But it's the dumbest thing. Why are you putting someone who's like, oh, I smoked weed or I had possession of weed and now I'm in a cell with like a pedophile or something? It's like, oh, that we're on the same that's on the same level. Like that's just ridiculous. It's like someone doesn't deserve to go to jail. Again, like we said, they should be rehabilitated. It's like help them out of this. And like
it's all politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Politics. I mean, even and with this, we can. Well, I'll just cover this like really briefly. But like, it's been documented. Like the pursuit of the war on drugs was really the pursuit of communities.
Mm-hmm.
Hippies and blacks were targeted, and you can't just get rid of people. You can't just get rid of large communities, but you can.
I mean, you can. World War II.
Did it work?
I mean, Almost.
It left a scratch. You're right.
It definitely changed the population a little bit.
Okay, you're right. Suppose
we've tried in the past. It seemed
not we.
Whoa, Donadio!
Wait.
So in this podcast, we got canceled.
Well,
no,
not we. Well, we specified not we. I meant people in the past. World leaders.
Donadio, you're gonna get us canceled.
Germany.
Donadio, you're
Not
gonna get
us.
us canceled.
I think it's also really funny that now, like, how quickly, because of marijuana, you can literally buy it anywhere now. Like, I can go to a gas station and just buy weed.
Really?
Yeah.
They sell it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have flavors as well. Chocolate.
Yeah. Ironic.
There's nothing in here. This is just a bottle. There's nothing in here, but
Did you hear what he said?
I did not.
I said ironic. Keep going. Keep talking.
This motherfucker. You're a pretty funny guy, Donadio. You can. It was so quickly how people. It just kind of just like, especially in New Jersey, it just boom. The minute they were like, it's legal, it's now everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's just like.
We were at the mall earlier. They're literally selling it in the corner store in the mall.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Delta 9 like on the window. It said that before.
Yeah, that was
before. But
and it's funny
did they know the future?
Because they're not. Jacob was like, how's that possible? The guy looked at him and was like,
yeah, didn't answer.
Don't.
Yeah,
ask
he
these
just
questions.
he just looked at me and smiled. I was
He's
like,
a
oh.
time traveler.
I was like, okay.
Wait, what if he's a time traveling?
I think he was just
breaking
breaking the law before it became legal. I think.
No, he's a time traveler.
Maybe.
Time
That's
travel
very
is
possible.
real.
Thank you for watching the Reality Rejects.
Whoa! That just came out of
No,
nowhere.
you don't go
We're doing-
any down. Like you go straight down.
Thank you for watching Reality Rejects. We are about to actually inject ourselves with ketamine. So unfortunately, we need to.
What's
we need to-
ketamine?
can you grab them? Can you grab the syringes?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. No, I'm just
What's
kidding.
ketamine?
What's ketamine?
Yeah.
SpongeBob me Bob.
SpongeBob me Bob. I've taken too much ketamine. Ketamine is like a horse tranquilizer.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's one hell of a
A thing to
thing.
do.
It's a people do that. Ketamine.
Why?
Whoa. Why?
What?
I couldn't tell you. I've never done it, so I'm not sure what the
Take it from someone who hasn't.
Donadio, imagine Donadio on ketamine. I actually don't know what the effects of ketamine would be, but I'm assuming it'd be something like falling.
Overdosing and dying.
Yeah. What happens when you tranquilize? Well, if it tranquilizes a horse, what would it do to a person?
What if you
Tune
injected
in for
it?
next
What
episode.
if you injected it in your?
Into
know,
your
what?
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Your dick?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say my ass, so I didn't know what you were gonna
I
say.
mean,
Why your ass?
I don't know why in your penis.
Because it would it be forever limp?
All right, doctor, come outside.
We hired a doctor to
Just for the
inject
sensei.
ketamine into our penises. Into the
That's gonna be that should be our title.
ketamine in our dicks.
No. We hired a doctor to inject ketamine into our dicks. That should be the title. So no one will get it unless they watch all the way through.
That's pretty funny. That is, as someone who's, as all of us are, currently very heavily under the influence, and
Of ketamine?
Okay.
Okay.
We have been since infancy. That's actually when we were born. They inject us with ketamine. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They put ketamine inside of.
Yeah.
They put ketamine in babies to enhance their brain speed.
Actually, I think it slows it down. They nerf us.
What I say?
They had to
What I
nerf
say.
us because we were too powerful.
They need to create, different diversity. It's how Alabama became, redneck. Their babies are injected with ketamine and moonshine.
All right. Anyways, just a disclaimer: drugs are not a joke.
Drugs.
We're idiots. We're just.
You're just saying that because you don't want to get canceled for like the 4th time this episode.
Oh, no, really. Anything I say should be taken with a grain of salt, maybe a little pepper too. Maybe a little paprika.
We're going to bleep that out.
Just
We're going to
season
just
it.
cut that out.
Yeah, we're actually going to replace it with Donadio saying,
The end.
I think Coolsville sucks.
What?
Thank you for watching The Reality Rejects. We are every Friday at 6, and if you don't know that,
You're a fake fan.
Are you even a real fan?
Also, it's been weeks now. Have you not watched the Egg Hunt? Why haven't you watched the Egg Hunt? Or Capture the Flag? We worked hard on these videos.
Very hard.
You guys better have watched that. If you have, thank you. We appreciate your guys' support.
And if you haven't, click on the link at the end of our video in the description for our Easter egg hunt, manhunt, capture the flag
thing.
Chaos of reality.
True.
Follow us on Instagram, subscribe, leave a like, comment. You know the drill. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Ketamine.
So I know that like sometimes it's not common when you find free blowjobs, but if you were offered a free blowjob, would you accept it from him?
Him? What?
If it's free, I mean.
It's free.
Yeah, if it's free, no expense, all paid.
And this is why Google don't want to sponsor us.
Secretly, I paid. Secretly, I paid them, but I'm just saying, you don't know that, and it's free for you.
How old am I?
20. Why?
Who's it from?
Him.
You want to meet him? If you
Hey, all right. I'm recording.
That's how the episode's got to end. You want to meet him, and then the camera just cuts.